Hey YouTube, I know I made a video yesterday about a ball python video, and a bit of information about shedding and just some general information. Here he is again. Say hey. Let me pop him down on the floor. I thought I'd do another video. This one is going to be about handling. Not much about to say about handling, but when you handle a snake, I've got a book about it and it's hopeless. It says when they're wriggling around your hands, they're trying to get away because they're stressed. They're not. It's just because they're happy and moving. You wouldn't want a snake in your hands doing absolutely nothing, and you'd know there's something wrong with it. As long as it's movement, you want to health check it as well for movement and that. So you see here, he's moving, he's searching around what he's doing already. He's not stressed at all. If he was, he'd be curled up in a ball. He's all out, he's moving well. You feel down him. There you go, he moves. As soon as I get his neck, it's fragile and he doesn't like it that much. No snakes do. You feel there. He's perfectly fine. And I know it's quite hard for me to do it because I've only got one hand. But when you hold him, you want to hold him, if you're doing it with one hand, at least in the middle, to support their whole weight. Because if you hold them at the bottom end or the front end, they're going to get not so much stress, but you could injure them. So you've got to support their weight. Not really much to say about handling. It's just that you make sure you want to get two hands and put it over a surface. They like being under things. If you wouldn't want to dangle them all the way up here because they'd feel very unsafe from the drop. You want to hold them over something that's quite close to you. So if you held him like this, he would be fine because as you can see, he's near my leg and he's going up because he knows he's safe. But if you held him up here, it's keeping him unsafe and wary of what's going to happen. So nice to have him near a secure area where if you dropped him or let go, he hasn't got much to fall like that. I don't really know so much to say about handling, but feeding as well. Feed them once a week. Depending on their size, the width of their main body part. So he's about an inch. There he is, off again. So that's a pinky. Obviously, depending on how often they grow, that would be a fuzzy, or maybe that. He's going on to fuzzy soon. You could feed him twice a week to pick him up quicker, depending if he would eat it or not. It's Christmas tomorrow, so I might give him an extra snack on tomorrow. If he eats it, I don't know if he will or not, because he ate Friday. Another place you'd want to do for a health check is a very vital place apart from their head, is the vent at the bottom of them, which you can't see him very well. Let me try and just there. There it is, just on that little lump. You want to make sure that's clean. Doesn't look like there's any discharge or gunk coming out of it. If it's like a bit of gunk coming out of it, it means he might have an infection. He's fine. As you can see, that he's quite happy wrapped around me. He's not under stress at all. He also says in the book I've got, it's absolutely rubbish. I'm looking for another one because it also says that when they're up against the glass, trying to slithering up it and they're moving around a lot, it means they're trying to get out. It's not. They're happy. He's fine. He moves around. He eats. He drinks. He's actually drunk. Last night he actually yawned, which looked very odd but quite cute for him. You see he's wary. At the moment he's staring at my TV because he's got heat. Let's have a quick look at his vivarium enclosure. I'm not sure what this is. I think this is a 10-gallon. So you've got the heat hot side, And the cool side, it's actually about 25 degrees in my room right now. It's very hot. I might put a fan on, as you see there. It's very hot, but he's happy. As you see, he's got a log hide for the hot end, which actually has a heat mat under it. It's just hidden under the wood chippings and newspaper. That's the cool end with the water bowl, which needs refilling. There's the leaves. We're going to get some more for him, so we can just like back up the end of it, not covering the vents to cool it down. And another good thing for a snake to keep it well entertained and you want to keep its brain stimulated is when you put him in there or clean him out. How often you do depends on how often he poos in there, or just how often it needs cleaning, is to actually move stuff around. So when I clean him out, or when I move him out next, I'm going to move the log around a bit, because he'll think it's moved, and he'll think there's something new to look at. And that will make him want to search around a bit more, and it'll keep his brain stimulated, and he'll mentally, physically healthy. But apart from that, this is just a bit of information about handling and how, not exactly a setup, but what to do with the enclosure and how well you should keep it. Apart from that, have a Merry Christmas and a New Year, and peace out. Comment, rate, subscribe.